Good morning, everybody. Colin here from Techout. Just want to go ahead and pause the video and apologize in advance. There are a couple focus issues during the video. Hope that doesn't bother you too much, but enjoy the video. I am up bright and early to bring you a video that I never thought I would be making. This is going to be the Galaxy S8 impressions video after coming from an iPhone 7 Plus. So this is the Galaxy S8 right here. It is the black Midnight Edition, aka the fingerprint version. Rocking no case on it. Don't think I need to right now. It doesn't seem to scratch too easy or anything like that. So I'm going to go over the things I like. I'm not going to really give any dislikes in this video because I'm still getting used to everything. I've been using it for about 12 hours now. This thing has not been wanting to focus. This is actually the second take. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus on this, but we're going to do our best here to see if we can get some good shots of the S8. So one of my favorite features is the always on screen right here. On the bottom here you have your little notification dots. I have a Fitbit notification right now, so you can see that. This is not the lock screen, so you won't be able to actually see the notifications. It's just the dot. If you wake the device up, you can see you get your actual notification. You can swipe up to enter your passcode, or use your fingerprint or facial recognition, which is what I have turned on, but the camera is blocking it. So when you lock it, you have the always on screen, which is the date, time, battery, stuff like that. The home button is also down here. You can have that show on the always on screen. I have it turned off because I know where it is. But if you hard press right here, you get a little haptic feedback, and it wakes the device up and takes you to your lock screen. You can also turn that off to where when you do that, it'll take you right to your passcode screen or facial recognition or whatever, so it'll automatically just go right into the phone. If you have no password, it'll just take you right to your home screen. So there's no, you can go straight from that. You can bypass the lock screen. I do like the lock screen though because it allows me to check notifications before I go into the phone all the way. So I do like that. There is also a notification LED on the top here that you can set in different apps to flash different colors for notifications. Messages is one of them. I can't get it to work right now though. I'm not getting any LED flashing for message notifications. It does work in like Discord and stuff like that. I think you can set it in a couple different mail apps, but I have notifications for emails turned off because it would blow up the phone. No Samsung jokes intended there. So if we go into the phone here, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and unlock it, choose my fingerprint. Like I said, the facial recognition is pretty fast, about 1 or 2 seconds, but the camera's blocking it. There is also the iris scanner, which it takes a little bit longer, and you have to line that up a little bit more than you do with your face. The face is also less secure though, but that doesn't really, I don't really care that much. So I am using the standard skin or standard theme that comes on the S8, but with a different background. Icons are the same, themes the same, just different background. So if you swipe left, you have Bixby, which I haven't quite figured out yet. I thought Bixby was going to be more like Siri, but I haven't found of any way that you can actually talk to them. There is also the dedicated Bixby button under the volume rocker, which you can't change. So that's stuck, taking you to Bixby. You can also swipe on the, let's see, go back over here. You can also swipe down to show notifications on the fingerprint reader. So if you swipe down, it'll bring it down, and you can swipe back up to bring it back up, which is a pretty cool feature. It has a lot of features for one-handed use, such as that. You see, you can't really, putting your thumb up here to slide it down is a little bit harder than just putting your finger on the back and doing it. So I do really like that if you wanted to just slide down real quick to check a notification. I don't know if it works on the lock screen. Yeah, it doesn't work on the lock screen. I may have that turned off though. I didn't think of that till just now to see whether you could do that or not. But you can pull the regular notifications down on the lock screen. I know that. The fingerprint reader is kind of temperamental. Actually, no, that's because I had my finger on the camera. That's another thing you got to get used to, is the fingerprint reader's over here and the camera's right here, and they kind of both have a little edge around them, so it is kind of confusing. Sometimes you'll put your finger on the camera, but the fingerprint reader is right there, so a little bit of your finger will be right there, and it's like it'll tell you it can't read your fingerprint, and you're like moving it around, but you're really just like smudging up the camera lens. So that's one thing. I kind of wish it was under the camera, because it would be a little bit easier to place your finger, I think, right here than up here in the corner. Especially for people that are like left-handed, it'll give them, it's a more centralized location. But it works pretty good. Like I said, it is kind of temperamental sometimes. It's not as accurate as Touch ID, I don't think, in my opinion. Sometimes it takes me a couple tries. Touch ID never really gives me any problems. But right here we have the settings. Like I said, I'm using the regular theme, so that's what it looks like on the regular S8 theme. Up top here I have my shortcuts. You can customize those. So I have Wi-Fi, wallpapers, and themes because I'm like addicted to changing those. Battery and performance mode, which I haven't changed. It's just on the optimized, which is the recommended one. I haven't put it on game or high performance or anything like that. And then we have battery, which one thing I like about Android is that it shows you your battery life, and it will show you the time remaining. It'll come up right here in a minute when it's done doing that. And it will also show you the time remaining until the device is charged, which is super, super, super cool. If you're fast charging too, it'll tell you that. Samsung Pay, I am using that, which I really like. You do get 1,000 points right now if you sign up on an S8, so you get 1,000 points for signing up on an S8 as well as 30 transactions. When I say 30 transactions, is you get more points the more transactions you do a month. So like if you do 30 transactions a month and you maintain that, you get 40 points a transaction, and then it goes down by 10 points, the less transactions you do. So the more you use it, the more points you get per transaction, which is really cool. They have a really cool rewards program. Let me open that off camera just to make sure like nothing's going to show. So yeah, you can see right here it says 30 purchases this month, and then 1,300 points. 1,000 for signing up, 300 for adding a card. If you go to redeem, there are like sweepstakes and stuff like that, as well as coupon codes, which is to buy different stuff on the Samsung website, like accessories and stuff like that. Like they have a battery bank for 8,000 points, which is like super good because, like I said, you get 1,000 points just for signing up on an S8. You can get prepaid Visa cards, which just add right into Samsung Pay, and since Samsung Pay uses the magnetic strip technology, you can use it with any regular mag stripe card reader, so they don't have to have any special hardware. The only place you really can't use it is like a gas pump or an ATM where the card actually has to be inserted into the card reader. That's the only exception to that. Most other places where you would swipe a card, it works perfectly fine. So I'm really excited about using that. My debit card is the only one supported right now. My credit card company, Discover Card, doesn't support Samsung Pay yet. Kind of sucks, but it is still going to be more useful than Apple Pay in my opinion, because you can use it, like I said, anywhere that magstripe is accepted or where you would swipe a card. On the top of the phone here, I just have the weather and time widget. That's one widget. Over here, I just have the time, so I can see the time on both screens. Phone messages, I have a social folder which just is Discord and Twitter right now. Instagram's up there. Let's see, we have home, which is like smart home control since I can't use HomeKit anymore. I don't know why this does not want to focus. I'm sorry about that. I've tried this twice already and it's doing the same thing. I think it's just the glossy screen. Like I said, settings. You can change these down here, the buttons. The home button's always going to be in the middle. You can change the back and the multitasking button though, so that is something you can change. Your notifications will show up in the corner there, so you can see I have the Fitbit notification since I haven't cleared that yet. I have it turned on so it'll only show 3 notifications, the 3 most recent. After that it'll just put a ... So like I don't have it on so when I text it doesn't drop down. There's no actual drop down like on the iPhone. It just shows up on the left hand corner, so it doesn't interrupt what you're doing. It'll just let you know that you have a notification. So that's something I really like, is that it doesn't cover up what you're doing, but you can still see that there's a notification there, and you can either swipe down when you get a chance and look at it, or you can switch to the other app and look at it. So I really do like the phone. I am going to do some more videos. This was kind of just a video of what I like the most about it, and a couple of the features that I've noticed that are a lot different from the iPhone. And I'm going to do some more in-depth videos about different features and stuff like that, different settings that I find that are cool, and more in-depth, things focusing on a bunch of different stuff. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. This has been Colin with Techout. If you have any questions about this phone, about any about my experience going from an iPhone to an Android phone for the first time, go ahead and leave them down below, and I will definitely respond to you as soon as I get a chance. You can also tweet me, TechoutOfficial, on Twitter, and I will respond on there as well. As always, have a great day. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe down below.